you know, Mengya is a huge risk because you need to have a good game from the get-go. And right now, that's exactly what Vitality needs as well. So they're gonna start off with their own Mai Shiranui this time. Highland feeling confident.
Yeah, you gotta go confident. I mean, trying to be in, you know, take it away from Wendy is one thing, but then to just first pick it, you gotta be super comfortable with this. I think Highland is up to the task. He definitely plays the high risk, high reward type of heroes, and he tends to just blow people up. So I think there's a little bit of revenge in his blood in this one.
Oh, for sure. But you know what? I think this Nova bans coming in from for the Dharma as well as the U1 have really hurt Vitality because I think we all know 90 is a absolute monster on this Dharma, and the fact that he does not have one of his best heroes to play is definitely hurting Vitality at this point.
Yeah, teams have done their research. They're seeing exactly the win rates and what's going on. But again, okay, let's Team Vitality going with the Mai, Lung, Mai-In, all very meta, all very kind of, you know, you're able to do so many different things with Lung. The Mai-In can kind of initiate, kind of help out with Mai, attract a little bit of attention away. I kind of like Team Vitality's first 3 picks here.
Yeah, but once again, it puts a lot of pressure onto 90's shoulders. He needs to be perfect with the catches on his Get Serious, on his whatever. And playing against a Diadea coming from Nova, it's not the easiest thing because she has heals, she's pretty mobile, she can jump on you, and with the Heartlink, the heals are quite hard to deal with, especially when you're busy dealing with an Ogre that is probably going to go into the hands of CY.
Yeah, it's looking that way, and I think, you know, just the amount of sustain, the damage, everything that you want from Ogre, very good, but the Diadea kind of taking the Ogre a little bit further. I think it actually enhances the hero quite a bit. It's a very interesting combination.
Yep, imagine wearing 3 winter clothes in you know, in the blizzard. I don't know whether that makes sense.
No, it does, it does. I've definitely been there where it's been so cold I need multiple jackets. I get that. I'm just a little warm now, so like envisioning 3 jackets right now is not helping.
Okay, well, at this point they need a lot of defense, but they also need the attack, right? So Nova, I think they've done well for themselves. This Liu Bang adds on to the fact that this is a huge healing and shielding composition. Vitality needs, I don't know, a big cannon.
Yeah, I think the Liu Bang here could be a possible great macro shift for Xuan because we saw it with Xiang yesterday. I feel like they could still go for that same kind of thing because when you've got something like the Orgrin in the thick of it into a 4v5, you kind of don't need that 5th hero, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, look, the Diadea with the amount of sustain, the Liu Bang with all those shields, and of course the Battlefield Command, you have multiple ways to kind of keep everybody alive. But the only thing is that you're kind of lacking on the damage department. Not to say that we won't see it from the Arlie and the Ogrin, but these last 2 picks from Team Vitality.
Okay, I think Vitality, they're going with what they feel is comfortable to them.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way I can put it across now. Menki and Chai are going to be the final 2 picks. I mean, Nova's draft is just so strong. So I want to be positive about it. Vitality, one of the things they can try to look at is to have heavy invasions into the jungle, right? They need to stop CY from getting the farm.
Yeah, I think if Team Vitality can kind of just hold them up, kind of like what Falcons did yesterday, where we saw Bobby on the Lung, we could just hope for a stalemate to the point where Nova can forget, I'm not saying they won't forget, but they could forget about the Lung, and then at that point we could see that all the damage is going to come through before we can.
Yeah, but Vitality, they are on a huge timer this game. They have to end this game within 15 minutes because if not, this Tian is going to expire per se because she's not going to be able to sustain against the damage coming in from Arlie, and we all know Muji's Arlie.
Yeah, going into this one, I mean, this is going to be game 2. We know the picks, it looks like the draft is completely done and dusted, so to speak. But going into this one, I think that, hey, if your backs are on the wall, this is a must-win game. I think Team Vitality, it should be comfort over having the far superior draft that you might not be as comfortable with. So going into this one, of course, best of luck to both squads as we find out who's going to take game 2.
That's right. So right now, Vitality, they have to figure out how do they get their hands onto the next of Nova. And that's a good start, right? That will be what we're looking for. Shanks with the Flaming Palms as well.
doing a little bit of damage to kind of start things off, tenderizing them, making it a little bit easier, threatening them a bit. I mean, everyone starts off at level 1 here, so definitely a good start to that. But now Waypick, being a nuisance, he's gonna just kind of, you know, when I see roam on roam action, I always think it's like a pillow fight.
It is, right? And you see feathers all over the place. So, of course, with that being said, we are looking for, you know, who do we want the growth to go into, right? And at this point, for the side of Vitality, the two members that you definitely want to funnel farm into and EXP is going to be Highland as well as maybe City Boy. At this point, City Boy, because they need to get that aggression. They need to start making like
the immobilize come through from the Diadea, but nothing's going to actually come of it yet. It's too early. There's no gank from the mid lane as well, but I feel like that's going to be the issue into the late game, is that Waypit has that immobilize. So if Highland tries to dive in deep for, say, for example, the Angela, he can immobilize and just really upset the flow.
Yeah, it could definitely upset the flow, make it uncomfortable here. But CY, Wendy, I mean, both of them will just kind of make their way into, it looks like the top side of the jungle. CY, I think that, you know, talking about the other one in terms of, you know, funneling farm, CY definitely the one that you want, as well as the Muchi, right, to kind of to carry this game.
Yeah, they are already doing that successfully, right? City Boy actually trailing CY at this point by a little bit of experience. Thanks, though.
Gank's really low, but again, still no mid-lane gank, so there's not enough damage in this early game just yet for Nova.
Yeah, but Shanks here has to recall. He's going to do the walk of shame back into the lane, loses out on the Firehawk as well, as maybe this next wave, assuming Winter could maybe freeze it in place. Yeah, he's going to take it a little bit here. Nova, this is a good opportunity to do a little bit of damage.
Island.
We'll let him go.
Island, cap.
Not going to hit the mark with the Kachosin, right? And one of the things that it's really difficult for the side of Vitality is they have not taken a single camp away from Nova, and this does not play well into their plan. The 15-minute time space that they have is now left with 12 and a half. They have to do something.
Yeah, they have to do something. They have to make some sort of play, make them uncomfortable. Right now, they've been kind of playing more of the standard. It seems like they're playing a little bit more on the scared side, dare I say?
More passive, right? And I understand, because this is a tough situation. You don't want to risk giving the lead to Nova again, because you know what they can do with it.
Looks like Shanks is just going to ride the Muchi away, pushing them back a little bit. The 3 members of Nova Esports trying to funnel as much farm onto Muchi as possible, even letting CY free farm in that mid lane. It seems like Nova's strategy is very clear.
Yeah, and it's making Shanks' life a little hard as well, right? Shanks is below Muchi in terms of farm, but besides that, I think everyone else on the side of Vitality have a gold lead. Now the question is, can they get the EXP lead? Because that's exactly what they need to try and make a turnaround play against Nova.
Yeah, but the network lead, neck and neck. It's very tied at this point, which is fine, but we haven't seen any sort of real commitment. I think that with the 4 minutes approaching, the Tyrants are going to be spawning, and as well as the Overlord. I think now is the good time to find some sort of pickoff, but again, both teams are very wary of this, and they're going to play a little bit safe.
Yeah, my big concern here is Island. Nice start.
Oh, there it is, the blazing brilliance has come through, but it's again just a little bit too late there. We know that both of these teams, especially Team Vitality, playing passive, and from what we know from Team Vitality, Island likes to get something done within that first 4 minutes, but unsuccessfully are they in this game too. Games have been done before, the neutral objective. But they may look for a steal here. We do see the back of the line there, but it is going to be awkward that picks off the kill. But there we are. There's the Battleground command coming through from the Loom Bank, and it's quickly, hastily going in favor of Nova.
Yeah, Highland with a nice Shinobi, just like the launch up was on point. They did end up getting first blood on a Wendy, but then the rest of them, CT Boy and Highland, not able to survive to live the tail, and now they're turned it around. Nova Esports forcing down this 15-1.
Has destroyed
and
a
once
tower.
again, that's not the only one they will take away. They're going to take away the Azure Golem as well. And at this point, it's all heading into Nova's pockets, right? 15 minutes, you have a much shorter time now. You've given them the EXP lead, you've given the objective lead, the map control. The fact that your key one in the mid now is gone. Vision is going to be so small in that middle area.
Yeah, I kind of want to see the highlight on that one, because I felt like CT Boy had just rerolled back to safety, so he was on cooldown, so he wasn't able to kind of further, like, lock people down. I needed to see the
I think that one wasn't the biggest issue. He actually smited earlier than CY did, but there was still a lot of life left, and that allowed CY to get it.
Okay. But now Team Vitality on the defensive here, down about 2K at this point. Nova Esports just Wave Pit getting in on the action, making it uncomfortable even for Nighty here. Just everyone just in your face, just being super uncomfortable.
Have you ever seen a Diadea win 1v1
right?
with
Oh, okay. Speaking of Diadea, going back in. Oh, down goes City Boy.
Not a sight for sore eyes at this point because Vitality, they're struggling to keep up. 3 kills only going to the side of Nova, but the goal lead is starting to be a gap that's widened.
Yeah, look, again, Nova Esports forcing it down. Nighty, not really, he's getting jumped on.
Yeah, into the thick of it.
Yeah, but
into the thick of it. He's going in, but there we are. The flaming pops are trying to connect to do damage onto one of the side of Nova, but it's not going to be it. They trade, they get a kill, and they get the T2 in the mid lane for Nova, and they're not quite done yet, but they are going to just leave it there for now.
Yep, this is my main concern about the draft coming in from Nova, right? There's so much life bars coming in, the heals coming in from Wave Pit as well, and the NTCC doing Blazing Brilliance helps out Wendy so much. When he comes in with the Battlefield Command, he's not coming in just with shields and heals, he's coming in with damage as well, because the Staggering Charge, the passive, the Dominator Shield, all of these do damage, and once you get the control and EXP advantage to Nova, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, Nighty ran away, but then Highland was like, no, I got this. And he went in, and he got blown up. It just seems like, hey guys, we're not on the same page. If we're going in, we're all going in. But, you know, again, why would Nighty run in that case? There was a lot of question marks on that last play.
Well, I think you can refer to the interview, right? I think Wither was saying that Highland is the main shot caller, but Nighty does some of the shot calling as well. So perhaps there was really a huge miscommunication about the intentions behind the team.
Okay. Seems like you're trying to start a little team drama internally, huh?
Oh, I'm smelling some gas here.
Looks like they're going to push Nova Esports, that is, into the bottom lane. It looks like there's really not much Team Vitality can do. CY just running at the guys. They have to kind of just, you know, back off. They have not much they can do.
Okay, so Blam, you were saying that you did not see the split push. They're trying it now, but it's not really working out.
It's not working at all, right? I mean, Nighty here is a little bit lost for words and lost for a cause. We see the Papa passing come through, just trying to really impress him, but unfortunately for Nighty, he's going in the wrong direction, right? Like his Satnav is taking it all down the country lanes, and there's sees immunity. He tries to get out of there. There's immobilization. It's going to be enough for Wendy to come through. We see the flash from Nighty as well. Coming up to the top lane is Muchi to try and finish off the Mayin, and there it is. The kill comes through.
That actually is a super big play. Look at the time that Nighty bought for them. Unfortunately, because of the deficit, Vitality could not capitalize to get that Tyrant as quickly as they wanted to, right? So Nova, once again, back in the driver's seat.
Tyrant has
Kind of
been
felt like
defeated.
like my uncle chasing around a chicken,
a tower.
looking for, you know, he's gonna just slice and dice for dinner, right? It seemed like it was going on for quite some time. Nighty was just like a ring around the rosy on this one, but unfortunately, Nighty does die in the end. You know, again, Team Vitality really didn't get too much out of that. I mean, yeah, you bought a little bit of time, but unfortunate for them, they're still behind in this case.
Okay, and if you feel like they had a lot of damage, it's going to be even more because now with the State of Sorcery coming in for Xuan, it's not going to be a pretty picture. He's going to be able to burst down the backlines pretty quickly.
No, but I like the thought process. I do think that Team Vitality need to be split pushing. You need to create a little bit of space. Make Nova not just deathball you down one lane. You need to kind of split them out a little bit, but it's kind of tough to do with Xuan on the Liu Gang with his Battlefield Command.
Well, maybe they can try with Highland, right? Highland just got the Savage drop. And in fact, did they burn out the Flash? Yeah, Wave Pit actually expended the Flash. Maybe this might come back to bite them.
Yeah, it might be here, but Nighty pushing the bottom lane. It looks like Muchi's gonna just kind of deal with that and protect it. Team Vitality, you pushed him one lane. Now can you get something else in the other lane? Juan in the top lane. Not really much you can do because you don't really have the lockdown.
Yeah, and at this point, I want to just explore the potential of winning, right? The potential here for Earworm, because it looks like Nova's draft tends to like to stick together, and Earworm works wonderfully against trumped up teams.
Yeah, it could definitely happen.
Dark Tyrant
That'd
has
be
been
great. That's like the
defeated.
miracle Earworm, right? When that team fight, they're all grouped and everything. But Nova, I mean, it's one of those things when you have the Diadea as well as the Luban kind of attach onto that one, they will be cool. So there is definitely some merit in this Diana pick, but the team fight hasn't really worked out that way. Nova Esports right now has gotten that pick, and then Team Vitality kind of run. They don't really take a full 5-on-5.
Yeah, that's the benefit of the Liu Bang, right? So Xuan doing a very good job because he will be responsible for catching out Highland or Shanks. Now Muji, he's gonna have his eyes on Winter all game long.
Okay, which is a little uncomfortable for Winter, I'm sure. Nonetheless, if we're looking at this one, it's going to be the Overlord picked up by Nova Esports. Again, taking all of the big neutrals, pushing out all the lanes. It's tough sledding for Team Vitality here.
It is, but let's explore the items a little bit. Gold difference-wise, nothing super monstrous. It's about 1,000 gold, right? Which is not too bad. But we want to picture Shanks because right now, 8,000 gold. He's pretty close towards that 6-slot item.
Yeah, and once he gets there, it's going to be super scary.
Muji into the thick of it once more. He's able to use the Parasol to get out, kind of bait all those skills from Shanks. But that is not going to be enough for them to take that high ground turret. But Vitality actually doing a really good job here in cleaning these minion waves.
Yeah, but this is not a dagger cut, right? This is a cleaver. So every cut is going to be deep. It's going to be spreading that wound pretty big.
Yeah, and I mean, everything hurts at this point. Nova Esports right now with the Vanguards are going to be pushing this bottom one with the Shadow Vanguards. Going to make it super uncomfortable. How does Team Vitality hold?
They probably have to give the T3s at this point. Can you deal as much damage to deter them from coming in?
Oh, there goes the Cinders, there goes the Blazing Brilliance, down goes City Boy. We see the Flaming Palms trying to connect onto Muji. It does hit, but it's not going to be enough right now. He's healing back. It's quicker for the Diadea there, but right now it's looking hard for Vitality.
Yep, that was round 1. Welcome to round 2.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to push here. They're just forcing it down, the top T3, and that's going to be the last one.
The Battlefield command come through from Shu1. The Conductor Souls as well lands onto Winter, but they don't need it right now. It is Shanks, Winter, and Nighty against the world. We have Nova and the Crystal. Supernovas are normally the death of stars, but this is the birth of a new one. Nova taking a 2-0.
Wonderful game.
What we expected from Nova. Team Vitality really not able to get their footing on this one. Just on the back foot from the beginning, but Nova Esports exuding dominance.
Okay, so the nap that Waypit took was a good one. The power nap.
No, I recommend power naps. I think that they're very important. And you're kind of seeing the power of it with Waypit. I mean, just in full control here. That's got to be heartbreaking for Team Vitality. Unfortunately, you